Hi everybody, so today's tip is all around how to stay active and how to keep our activity levels up when our movement has been more constrained, when we're self-isolating or just not able to get out about as much because we've got kids at home and that side of things. So I've seen quite a few posts and blogs and articles in media today all around different ways to stay active, which is brilliant. One of my favourites today was I saw that Joe Wicks, the body coach, is going to be running virtual PE sessions for kids at 9 o'clock every morning, starting on Monday. So my kids are definitely being signed up for that. Hopefully get rid of some energy before we try and get on with some learning. But I think one of the most difficult aspects is that often it's great if we carry on going for runs, and that's the sort of activity we do. But if we're relying on our daily step count as a way of ensuring that we get enough activity and we get our bodies mobile, then that can obviously be more challenging if we're sort of confined to a smaller space. So this video is all about actually just a few different ideas of things that you can do within the space of a house or your garden to be able to increase your movement, increase your activity. So one of the first ones is if you're working from home is obviously when we're sat in an office, sometimes we can be sat crunched behind a desk all day. It's not much better. But one of the things I've experienced the last few days, I've been on a sort of an online course, and I found myself sitting and sort of quite crunched up. So I created a way in which I could stand at my desk and just being able to get up and move around whilst you're on calls or you're working from your computer can make quite a big difference. And actually it's made a big difference to my mood as well. I felt less sort of hunched up and staring at a screen. So if there are ways that you can move around whilst doing your work or whilst looking at a screen, then that's a great one just to start getting more mobile. Another way is just to think actually how you move around the house. Actually, can you sort of, how often do you go up and down the stairs? Can you use the upstairs toilet rather than the downstairs toilet as a very simple one? When you're moving around the kitchen, actually, you might be able to sort of do some stretches, do some squats if you feel like it. But just thinking about how you incorporate more movement into your routine. If you've got kids, there are things like you can do just dance, which is a great way of all of you getting up and exercising, but having fun at the same time. And I've also seen quite a few pop-up groups or activities coming through on my Facebook feed, people organising sort of virtual dance get-togethers where they've been dancing to Madonna or virtual choirs, that side of things as well, all of which is about getting up and moving around and using your body even though you're in a more confined space. Obviously if you've got the garden, that's fantastic, and combining with my earlier video all around getting outside, actually can you take a yoga mat outside, or can you get the kids outside kicking a ball around? Maybe you can, recently we've been starting to do indoor cricket, which is a bit insane and very noisy, but actually having a big foam ball, there is quite a lot you can do in a relatively small space with that. And while our focus might be on keeping our kids active, it's also worth thinking, actually, how do we keep ourselves active as well? So hopefully that's a few ideas just to get you started. There are so many, I could probably talk for ages on this, but thinking about actually what's appropriate for you, how to do things that aren't going to cause you injury or damage, but just increase your levels of activity so you don't find yourself sitting for long periods of time or sort of hunched up staring at a screen as well, which can obviously cause other issues around sort of neck and back pain and that side of things. Anyway, I'd love to know what tips and thoughts you have on this too, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. Speak to you later. Bye.